Guys, good evening. Sorry. Trying to get situated here. Okay. So I'm going to do a sermon today about hell. I've taken some notes, as you can see. I'm going to read you off of what I have written. Okay, let us begin. Okay. What do we know about hell? Well, there are several verses in the Bible that describe hell. The first one I came to when reading an article is 25:41 of Matthew, of the book of Matthew. Jesus himself says, "Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels." Now, I'm not sure how many people know this. It's a relative term that most people, I'm sure, know. When hell was created, it was created for Satan and his angels, the angels that, what's the word? I'm sorry, who rebelled against Jesus' name, or against Jesus. We also know, going back to Matthew again, chapter 3, verse 12, also mentions hell. That verse reads, "Whose fan is in his hand, and he will there thoroughly purge his floor, and gather his wheat into the garner, but he will burn up the chaff with unquenchable fire." What is the message in that verse? For me, what stood out was the word unquenchable fire. What does that mean? For me, that means we think of hell as a place of torment, of fire. It says in the Bible, I'm not sure which verse, I'm sorry, I did not write it down, that in hell they beg for what? Water, because it's hot. The fire does not quench. Read the book of Lazarus. Or not Lazarus. Read the story of Lazarus and you will get a gist of what I'm saying. Also, we have the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 2, mentions hell once again. Daniel, verse 12, chapter 12, verse 2, says, "And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall wake, some to everlasting life, some to shame and everlasting contempt." When I think of that, I think of sin. Sin, in general, is like spitting in the face of God. We are all sinners. We all deserve to go to hell. But that's not the message today. The message is through His blood are we saved. Now, in my own words, I can say sin is an everlasting reason people enter hell. It's the main reason. If you were to enter hell, sin would be the reason. Now, Psalms chapter 51, verse 4 mentions sin, and it says, "Against thee only have I sinned, and done this evil in thy sight, that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest." Now, what do we know about God? God is righteous. He judges with a righteous heart. He does not look at humanly possessions. People like Michael Jackson had the world in their hands. They were loved, but that doesn't matter. God doesn't judge based off of that. He judges based off what's in our heart, in our minds, ourselves, our true people, our true person. If you read the Bible, we know that there's a verse, Psalms chapter 9, verse 8, speaks about what I just said. And it says, "And he shall judge the world in righteousness, He shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness. God is not flawed. He is perfect. He knows our true selves. He knows what we're going to do before we even do it. He knows all. Now, I get a lot of he doesn't exist or it's all nonsense. Well, you can't force it down someone's throat, as I know. All I do is ask you to listen to what I'm saying. Read the Bible. Be saved. I was saved myself not too long ago. I'll never forget that night. I read the Bible daily. Well, not daily, but, well, kind of. I do. The Bible is the greatest book ever. When you want answers, turn to the Bible. When you need hope, turn to the Bible. When you're depressed, sad, angry, hurt, turn to the Bible. The Bible has all answers. Don't turn to your friends. Turn to Jesus, for Jesus can help. The power of prayer exists, and it's in everyday life. He loves you. I love you. We are all His children. We must all love one another. So His word. Peace.